A funny thing keeps happening over and over again. Locals stopping us asking, where are you going? What are you doing? We tell them our destination and they're like, oh, but you're going in the wrong direction. There's a shorter paved road over there. Why don't you take it? And we're like, oh, we want to take the nice dirt road. It's longer, it's lower, but it's nice views. And they're always looking at us as if we're stupid. I don't know. I mean, to them it probably makes no sense. They live here, they see this every day and they're like, take the shorter road. We're here to enjoy the scenery and the nicer dirt tracks. So that's why we're taking the longer track now.
We're Luca and Giulia, and this is our adventure.
Since quitting our office jobs in 2024, we've been living in our tiny home on wheels, Papero, a capable 2005 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Our setup is simple, our dreams big, to travel the world.
We're currently overlanding the Americas, from Ushuaia all the way to Alaska.
Today, we take you through Peru's breathtaking Cordillera Blanca, home to some of the few tropical glaciers left in the world, turquoise mountain lakes, and thrilling roads. Our last high-altitude adventure in Peru before we head to its northern coast for a much-needed beach break. Subscribe if you haven't already, and come along for the adventure. Good morning! It's actually afternoon by now. Good afternoon. We turned off from the Panamericana highway. Finally, it was really ugly, really boring.
But the landscape is way more beautiful now that we've turned. It's still kind of dry, lots of rocky mountains. Promises to get better as we make our way up.
We didn't have much time in the Cordillera Blanca. With a flight booked out of Quito in just 2 weeks and still a long road ahead, we had to be selective. Our plan focused on a few highlights: the remote track to the Pastoruri glacier, the picture-perfect Laguna Paron, and the dramatic drive through Cañón del Pato before heading back to the coast. But for that day, we were done driving.
Back in the mountains, but we're not that high yet. We are at 2,500 meters and we have a friend, Melino. The iOverlander description of this place says it doesn't look that nice when you get here. Then it grows on you. Like, we're basically at this ex-dump. They call it reciclaje. So like where they recycle waste, clearly no longer in use. We've already met some locals and they were very, very nice and friendly and they said we can stay. Got here finally, well before dark at 4 p.m. That's a phase he reserves to dogs, not me. Look at that. Look at that. Taking advantage of this very quiet, lovely place and flat place to change our oil, which is something we do every 10,000 kilometers. Are you happy?
Yes.
Good. Good job. Thank you for doing it.
Yeah, we just need to find a workshop where to drop off the old oil.
Yeah.
But that's easy. According to my uncle, they sell the old oil. The workshops collect it and sell it. So probably any workshop would just gladly take it off our hands.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Andiamo, Papero.
We had a beautiful drive up to the Peruvian mountains. Soon we were looking for a place to camp and found one in a small remote village off the main road. We had no idea this would turn into the most special camp on our trip so far. A group of curious local kids between 3 and 12 years old had come to talk to us.
Van a saludar, ¿ok? Pueden decir algo como Hola YouTube, ¿ok? Hola YouTube. Muy bien. Muy bien. Had an unexpectedly wonderful time here. We loved spending time with these kids. We ended up spending like 2 hours playing with them. It was really fun. Now they're in school. Some of them already texted us on WhatsApp that they're going to school and asked us if we're already in Ecuador. But we aren't. We're still here. We're leaving now and we have some exciting tracks and landscapes ahead of us. So let's see. Woohoo! New record! 4,879.
Highest the Papero has ever been.
Yeah,
Bravo, Papero.
such a good boy. It's amazing. And what landscapes around us. Let's go! One of the most beautiful drives of the trip. It was incredible. So thank you, Conor and Iman, for the recommendation.
Amazing.
Yeah, truly amazing. Just the landscapes and the remoteness. Nobody we met, no other overlanders, and we were constantly above 4,800 basically. So I feel a little tired now. Incredible, incredible, incredible landscape. Very, very beautiful. Excited for the rest of the things that the Cordillera Blanca has to offer. See? Made it to Huaraz, which is the largest town in this part of the Andes near the Cordillera Blanca. Of course, it's Peru, so it's chaos on the streets. But it's okay, we're almost out of it. We're also kind of happy because here we could get rid of our used engine oil. In Europe, to discard engine oil, you usually have to pay someone to take it and recycle it for you. But here, they buy it from you. I went into a small shop and I asked the guy there. He was like, yeah, how much you want for it? And I was like, oh, you wanna buy it? It caught us completely off guard. We absolutely didn't know what the right price should be. He offered us 2 soles. That's like 50 cents. Probably it sells for 10 soles, the same quantity. But you know what, whatever.
Whatever, we got rid of it. Somebody's gonna recycle it properly. That's nice.
Yeah.
And it was just amusing to see his behavior. Coming, opening the canister, putting his finger inside, looking at it. Oh, okay.
Yes, it was very funny. And it's the first time we've sold anything.
Yeah, true.
It was nice to get paid. Morning from a very peaceful place, surrounded by the mountains of the Cordillera Blanca. We're going to see Laguna. We'll take you there.
Up we went, climbing from 2,500 to well over 4,000 meters through a breathtaking landscape. The road was really slow and a few kilometers took us a long time, but we eventually made it up to a beautiful place.
this. So beautiful. What a color. So incredible, so beautiful. It's just a little sad that Luca's too tired. We've pushed so much since we came into Peru. We've done so many things. I can barely believe we came into Peru 3 weeks ago. It's been very hectic and I think his battery is very depleted right now. It's crazy to talk about these things with this view behind me. But that's the reality of things. That's the reality of traveling. And it is what it is. Welcome to
Cañón del Pato.
the Papero is in the Cañón del Papero. Pato means duck in Spanish and Papero means duck in Italian. So this is the Papero's place. A very beautiful area. It's a very deep canyon next to a river. The river is called the Santa. The road is pretty narrow right now, which is kind of exciting. It's a special place where we're taking our Papero. Actually, our Papero is taking us. I'll show you some more of it.
Forget Bolivia's death road. This was probably the scariest road we have driven on. Narrow, twisty, with a huge drop to the side and whopping 44 tunnels excavated in its rocky flanks. The Duck Canyon is not for the faint-hearted. But the worst part? The intense traffic on it.
So very typical. One lane road, a truck, a bus, and nobody wants to back up.
No. Alright, so the bus behind us decided to back off finally after a few minutes of just standing there. And it's actually not just one truck, it's two trucks who are coming our way. And we are trying to find a spot where we can just back off. We're free again.
Waiting for the bus to go. Such an idiot.
Yeah, such dangerous driving. It's really, we're kind of amazed that not a lot of overlanders talk about this, but like this is by far the worst driving.
Yeah, by far.
By far, like.
And we even asked Google, and it told us that Peruvians are the second worst drivers in the world. The worst in the world are apparently in Thailand. But I don't know, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Bangkok, so I would say pretty chaotic. Didn't see people being okay with maybe killing you by how they drive. Like when they overtake on blind corners or whatever.
Yeah.
And this happens almost every day.
Yeah, that's true. But we're almost out, so.
Yes, almost out.
Reached a windy but very nice camp spot for tonight. It's our last night in the Peruvian mountains. Tomorrow we head to the desert and to the coast. It's really nice, you know, to brush your teeth and then to bed. Yes. Yes, though it's only what, it's 5 p.m. It will get dark in like an hour, so maybe we'll get dark even sooner here, as we are encased in these very, very tall mountains. See you on the road! We are about, I'd say, 15 kilometers away from the end of the canyon, I think.
From the sketchy bridge, actually.
Yes, we're gonna go to a sketchy bridge that we've seen in other travelers' YouTube videos. People cross it, but you shouldn't because it's in horrible condition.
We'll show you why you should.
Yeah, exactly. Stay tuned. We're coming up to the bridge.
This is the famous bridge. Apparently there's still trucks crossing it every day. Would have loved to see it. There's nobody at the moment.
This is mad. Like, how would you cross something like that?
It's actually okay at the moment.
Nice. We're not going on this.
No, but it looks less sketchy in person. I have to say, I expected it to be worse, especially longer. You can just stay with your tires on these moving metal things.
Yeah, how nice. Amore, please. Amore.
We were leaving disappointed because we wanted to see somebody trying to cross the bridge. As we were leaving, we saw this local with the Hilux, typical local, driving a bit too fast, approaching the bridge, and we're like, oh, he's gonna cross for sure. And he did, and pretty quickly actually. I don't even know if it was his truck or just a company car.
Still,
But,
you risk dying. I'm like,
yeah,
Whatever.
maybe. But for us, it's also, we shipped our home on wheels across the world. We're gonna take the 40 minutes detour. We got plenty of 40 minutes to waste. There were two more local trucks
Yeah.
that stopped and looked at this guy crossing the bridge, and then we're like, oh, no. And they didn't cross.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they didn't cross. We've heard and seen people that crossed it. We think it's really stupid, honestly. The conditions have apparently varied widely throughout the years. Like, it's been better or worse than this. Now I think it's pretty bad. Like, most of it doesn't have any cover, so you constantly see the river below you, and the metal structures where you could drive on are pretty wide, so definitely I wouldn't do it with a van.
Papero's tire would fit, would stay on top.
Glad we don't have to do it though, which is good. Okay, this is by far the worst we've seen in the entire trip in terms of trash.
Yeah, it's going on and on and on.
It's so horrible, so sad. It's everywhere. It smells really bad too. But tomorrow we'll already reach the northern coast, which is supposed to be better, hopefully. Ready to be surprised. A full day on the Panamericana. Right now we're leaving Chiclayo. That's the last large city for today. We're gonna stop soon because it's almost 6 p.m. The sun looks still high in the sky, but it goes down pretty quickly here. And so sunset will be, I think, in an hour max. Now we have 50 more kilometers, then we'll stop for the night, and then we have another 350-ish kilometers, and then we've arrived for no more driving for a few days.
Spend a couple of days on the beach, 50 kilometers from the border with Ecuador.
Yeah, really looking forward to relaxing on the beach for a while before we go to Ecuador. New country, though, it's just for now to leave the Papero there and fly back to Europe. But excited nonetheless. Peruvian northern coast, here we come. We made it out of these long, boring, dead stretch of desert, or almost made it out. I think the worst is behind us. Excited for that. Finally made it to the beach. It's actually a wonderful place, a wonderful campground, and it's beautiful. We'll just relax here for a few days. That's amazing.
We had a few blissful days at the beach. It was great to connect to other travelers. These here are Robert and Antje from Germany. We also met Saskia and Dominic, who taught us to make spätzle. We had a wonderful time all together.
All right, first time taking the moto taxi. Excited?
Yes.
Not as much as I am, but I'm very excited. Oh, and mira, Ferrari. Super. Messi nos lleva con la Ferrari a Zorritos. Vamos.
1,241 kilometers from Lima
Yeah.
along the coast.
So happy. This is exactly what I need. It's amazing. Beach life.
Entonces, parece que sí es.
Oh, wow!
Toma rosa, ¿ves?
No te creo. Yo nunca voy a decir.
Ya es súper difícil de encontrarlo.
¡Qué especial, Ian! Gracias.
After this perfect goodbye to Peru, we were ready to cross into Ecuador to leave the Papero and fly to Europe. On our way back, though, nothing went as planned. Join us next time to see the unexpected unfolding for us.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to not miss an episode. And if you like this one, please let us know in the comments below. See you in 2 weeks.